You're watching...
Wait, I got it.
Whoa, what?
Because we haven't got the name of this new series yet.
Yeah.
Because the first video coming out where you're going to comment the name, we haven't had yet.
We haven't had that yet.
So just read this. I got a stand-in.
Welcome to Throttle, where we keep things low pro to help the videos flow-mo. You're fired. That's it. Anyway.
And today on Throttle,
I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
That's James.
Yep.
And this is the all-new Charger.
Charger Daytona Scat Pack.
Scat Pack. So this is an EV. Don't turn it off yet. Don't, because it sounds like this. Because it has a
Fratsonic chambered exhaust.
Fratsonic chambered exhaust.
Patent pending.
Apparently.
Patent pending?
Literally, there's speakers and it goes through a tube and it makes noises and it pumps out the back. It's funky and I think it sounds kind of cool.
I think, yeah.
Yeah? He's mixed.
I like them having...
He's mixed on the sound.
When it's stationary, it just seems a bit obnoxious. It's supposed to be as loud as a Hellcat.
It's not.
Yeah, and the car is supposed to be as quick as a Hellcat. It's 3.3 seconds to 60 because it's all-wheel drive.
Yes.
670 horsepower, 627 pound-feet of torque.
$73,000 for this one.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but
That's a lot of
they do
money.
say it is the most powerful muscle car, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
like now or ever,
Yeah.
or currently on sale?
They didn't say currently on sale.
No, they didn't.
There's no
They
asterisk.
keep saying that.
Yeah. What is currently on sale are the shoes we're wearing. This episode is supported by
Very well
shoes.
done, Dave.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Peloti sponsored this episode.
Talk more about them at the end, but they're just lovely. Just
I got the Arizona spec on.
Yeah, they do look good. The silver with the...
Do you want to know how I know we're in Arizona? Because it's really, really hot. I'm dehydrated already. I peed and sand came out, and there's gunshots in the background at all times.
That is all happening.
Yes.
Yes, quite expensive. Slightly
Yeah.
outpriced is an Ioniq 5N, which is another fun sounding EV.
Yeah, which is a fun driving EV as well, and that's really the big question. They said that they wanted to make this drive like a Charger or a Challenger.
Yeah, feel like a Charger Challenger. Yeah, there's only a Charger now.
There's going to be a four-door.
There's going to be a four-door Charger. And this is a two-door Charger.
Two-door Charger.
And there's going to be a petrol version.
Yes.
Called the six-pack.
Right.
But right now, all you can get is the RT, which is a lower horsepower thing, and then the Scat Pack, which is this.
And this currently does not have a wide body, as you can see. We're going to talk about more of the way it looks in a minute. Would you like to go for a drive?
Yeah.
I'll go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we are in sport mode because we found out the track mode for some reason makes the car slower.
Currently,
yeah. Here we go.
That
was a little burnout. That was a pretty good little burnout, actually.
So that's a 3.3 second 0 to 60, 670 horsepower.
I mean, it's pretty quick. It's not that quick though.
Why is it delayed on the?
Yeah.
That's like VinFast level delay.
That's like VinFast level delay
Yeah.
for sure. And there's no excuse because it's an EV. We should have, you know what's funny is that we're coming from a Charger and a Challenger which has a big displacement Hemi V8, which has so much immediate torque and punch. So not only is there a delay, but you're actually getting a delay in power once the power arrives compared to a V8, even though it's an EV. That's confusing.
Why are the wheels spinning if it's all-wheel drive? Just
because it's fun.
Just drama.
Yeah, it's just drama.
Okay.
They've calibrated the rear motor to do a little bit more. Maybe they cut the front motor for a second. Whatever they're doing, they're making some wheel spin because why not?
Well, there's also power shot.
There's power shot, yeah. Okay.
40 more horsepower.
So push that.
For 10 seconds.
Makes a different noise. Gives us that. Put your foot down. Oh, spins the rears. Okay, you know that's slower. That's slower.
Yeah, because it's putting us in track mode.
Because it's putting us in track mode.
For 10 seconds.
So something is wrong in the software of this car right now. And it's slower, it's faster in auto and sport mode than any other mode.
But in track mode, it does emulate the sound of a blow-off valve when you get to the top
Yeah, when you get to the top of the rev range. What is that? We don't know.
It's saying, sorry, I'm slower in this mode.
Yeah, I don't... That is so much quicker in sport
But the
mode.
throttle response is so much worse.
Yeah.
Track mode.
That's still worse.
Well, I can't tell because there isn't much throttle.
There's no...
Yeah. imperfect, but
So it was early. These cars are early. These are early.
In sport mode, it does feel like a 670 horsepower all-wheel drive
that weighs almost 5,600 pounds, yeah.
EV. Unfortunately, it really does feel EV all the way through because the Ioniq 5N, for example, which is another EV car that's supposed to shake
the little
up,
shifty bits.
had some fake transmission gears, but this...
Didn't you quiz Ralph Gilles, the guy behind all of this stuff?
Yeah.
And he said there was going to be gears
Years
in this.
ago, he said there's going to be gears, and he was all coy, so I won't say how many. And
The answer is 0. That's why I didn't want to tell you. The answer is 1 gear. Here it is.
once you're in the power, it's quite a lovely power band.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it feels
it's
very
nice.
quick, and it feels very Challenger Charger.
It does. Yeah, there's chassis movements. They're allowing it to kind of be a little bit silly, which
What
is...
if I ease onto the power?
It's
Still quite...
It's not calibrated very well.
It's not very
It's not calibrated very well at all right now.
No.
Okay, so it needs some work.
The sounds are good though.
I don't mind them at all, honestly. I prefer to have it than not have it. You can turn it off if you don't want. Watch. Put it in auto, and it's just an EV.
And now it's more honest.
Now it's more honest. Yeah, well,
And faster.
and faster track. Okay, speaking of track mode, should I go see kind of what it does around the corners?
Sure.
Okay. Before we switch, can we talk about the styling? Because I want to talk about it because I really like it.
You really like it.
I
You think they
actually-
nailed it, don't you?
I genuinely think they nailed it. It looks like a Charger Challenger thing. It looks like an old Dodge. It's cool.
It's supposed to be hark back to sort of the late 60s ones.
Yes.
But except we've got the new vibe going on. But that's part of why we have the Fratzog.
Yeah, what's a Fratzog?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because the Fratzog came after the Flukerang.
Are you making these up? Anyway, this is, I think, very clever. So they've still got some EV swoopiness, but in order to make it look like this is literally like a wing, right? The actual car shape goes down here.
Well, what's under the
Flush.
hood? What have we got under here when we look?
Well, there is, I remember Ralph Gilles saying specifically to you,
He said people are going to come up
people
to
are
car
gonna come in
shows.
and they want to open the hood and they want to see something spectacular. And it's a frunk.
Hey, at least it has a frunk. Okay.
It does.
If this was a VW, it'd be a mess of spaghetti wires.
Yeah.
I bet you get your bag in that.
You could get a bag in that. That's pretty boring otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you think it would look better with a wide body?
I think it's begging for a
Yeah,
wide body.
it is.
Here, let's move out the way quickly.
Look at that.
Move out the way.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, give it a wide body. Come on.
That's pretty good.
The white. I will say the white's not its best look. I think. So I agree with you. I think from so many angles, I think the front angle it looks spectacular. I
Yeah.
love the new Fratzog logo that's also
Yep.
old. I think that the rear is great. I think the front three-quarter is great. I think there's just an awkwardness here.
No, I agree because it feels like it goes back too far.
Yeah, and also this line, I mean, they haven't gone full Bud Light, but it's more progressive than the old one. The old one used to be flat here and then
Yeah.
suddenly come up.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of that is because they did this bit here. They made it like a hatch, right? So there's actually quite a lot of storage space if you fold
Yeah.
the seats down,
Yeah.
which was quite clever. I think that was good.
It looks more awkward with the four-door, which is the same exact interior dimensions and same seating
It's the same
setup.
car. There's just 4 doors.
There just happens to be 4 doors, yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you can still get it in amazingly fun colours. You've got, we can't see it on the white so much, but there is still quite a bit of orange peel on this paint.
Yeah.
So if you get the peel-out orange,
And
there's
that's the one to get
double
because it
peels.
just
There's Ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
This is White Knuckle, which, as I said, I don't think does any favours.
Yeah.
It's big. It's
Yeah,
1 inch longer in wheelbase than the previous.
It is big, but they're having fun with it. They had fun with the color names. They had fun with the dimensions. They had fun with the styling. They had fun with the sound. The question is it as fun in the corners as it wasn't quite fun in a straight line? Actually, I see the issue. So maybe it's not going to be. Before we do that, interior.
Yeah.
This is totally different.
Yeah, it's come a long way.
Okay. Okay. Give us a
Fancy.
rev. Give us a rev.
I can't in auto
Why not?
mode.
Why-
I have to be in track mode. Hang
Oh, you're
on.
in track mode.
You
the
got me
slow
on
one.
unprepared.
It's cool. It rumbles in here.
Yeah.
It actually rumbles. It's cool.
And I really think the noises work.
No, honestly, it does. It's fun. I'm actually a huge proponent of fake noises in EVs. We have fake noises in not EVs, so why not? Anyway, completely redone interior.
It needed it. It was
Yeah.
about 4 generations old.
It was, yeah.
And as a result of being completely modern, we get capacitive touch.
Yeah, but at least we still have a volume knob
We do.
and a tuning knob. and the screen's okay. It's not the quickest, but it's better than they have been for a while.
I think it's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it lags. I don't love the screen stuck on gauge cluster thing.
The double.
The double.
Yeah, the M2 was like, I'm gonna do this, and the Mustang was like, nice, and the Challenger was like, okay,
I'll do it too.
But you can change.
Yeah,
stuff.
I feel like this car's been bullied into doing this.
So if I can change the displays. There's that one. There's focused, which is that.
Yeah.
I don't know why the speedometer is blurry. Why is that low?
It's like
quality?
fuzzy. I don't know why
is that
it's
low
fuzzy.
res?
Also, it doesn't go up every number. It skips a bunch when you accelerate.
Yeah.
So leave it to the Americans to make a gear selector feel exactly like the grip of a pistol, because that's what it is.
I like that.
It's really funny.
But the Challenger was always something that was very physical. You used to get in, and there was the wide.
You could chicka-clunk.
You'd have to pull the parking brake, clunk.
Oh yeah, does it not have a foot parking
No, it's
brake?
all in the same place now.
Oh, that's
it's all in the
depressing.
same place. But there is a proper on button, so they're at least like that when it comes to.
Yeah.
We got the Daytona badge there.
Yes.
Which in the ICE Charger will be just says Charger.
It will just say Charger. That's the only difference to the interior.
I believe so.
But this
Apart from
is a cheaper option. This stuff, this ambient lighting and this like door card here.
Right, you can get fancy.
You can get like carbon fiber one, right?
Yeah, there's a few options for these that make it go up in price.
There's like one of the packages is like $6,000. It's like really expensive.
Yeah, there's also premium audio. This is the base audio. It's absolutely fine.
It's fine.
You got this new steering wheel, which I think really helps to modernize it, because that was sort of getting really long in the tooth. It's flat bottom and flat top. It has drive modes here, the power shot button here. Yeah. Otherwise, physical buttons, quite simple.
Yeah, no, this is comfortable. Tons of headroom here. Enough headroom in the back for a normal adult human.
Yes,
right?
And that adult human gets to enjoy a panoramic roof if they spend the extra money on it.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable in the back there.
Yeah.
Very, very comfortable.
No, it's a comfy car. It's actually, I think comfort is very much its forte.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
All right, so before I honk on this thing, we drove it here on the highway.
We did. We drove it through Phoenix. The beauties of Phoenix. Cacti everywhere and brown.
It's really brown right now. Last time we were in Phoenix, it had rained, and we're like, wow, it's really nice in Arizona. They're like, don't get used to it. But no, this was really nice on the highway.
It was lovely.
Surprisingly quiet.
Really, like for an EV, when you're normally exposed, especially just in auto mode, when you're exposed just to wind sound.
Or tire noise. There was none. It was silent.
Highly insulated. And that's where some of that weight goes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, so we have discovered, as we talked about before, that track mode is either they decided to pull back performance in track mode to make it last longer on the track, or it's broken.
It's broken.
If it's the first one, it's not acceptable. If it's the second one, it's not acceptable.
It's broken.
So there's no way. It's horrible. So we're in custom mode. I've got everything in the sport. So I got steering in the track mode. I've got the engine in sport mode, right? And can you go back to it?
Go on, hold.
Okay, so if I double click this thing there, it brings this up.
Okay.
So paddles on, which all that does is it lets me use the regen paddles. So I can click that and it changes the regen.
That's so weird.
Why would they have it as an option? I don't know why that's, okay, anyway.
Propulsion sport, which is the fastest.
Yes.
Traction, for some reason you've got it in track. You've
got it in track.
On very scary canyon roads.
Yes. Suspension and track.
And steering
and track. All right, let's see what she does. I honestly cannot push it on these roads because it's big. You don't know what, it drives like a Challenger.
Well, that was one of their goals.
It was a goal. They wanted to make an EV version, and you know what? I think they have, because it's kind of big and cumbersome. It feels like the previous gen. It's heaving.
It's heavingly large.
It's heaving like my cat in the middle of the night.
I think that that's a big steepy.
That's a big cliff.
Big steepy.
Yeah. Big steepy.
That's what we call
it. That's a big steepy.
That's a big steepy.
Right there.
With
Let's
no guardrails.
Go real slow through here.
Yeah. But yeah, it really feels like a Challenger from the passenger seat, but a more controlled one. And it makes me excited because obviously we discovered that the acceleration experience in this, when you're trying to be naughty, apart from being quick, that feels quick.
That feels quick, yeah.
I think that I'm excited for the six-pack.
Yeah.
The six-pack hoe or the six-pack so, whatever you want to call it. I think because the insulation's great.
You know the double line roll?
Yeah.
I'm having a really hard time with it right now.
You find it challenging?
I found it challenging, yeah. Because the steering is really numb.
It's numb.
I'm having a really, really hard time placing this car accurately or confidently.
It's not a Canyon Carver.
No, it's not. It's not meant for this, and I'll give it that. But by the end of the previous gen,
Yeah.
which suspension of which started in Mercedes in the 80s.
Yes.
They had quite a lot of time to perfect that platform. It was pretty good. It was quite an accurate car, and it talked a lot. This is not really communicating that much with me, so I'm having a hard time.
Do you find that the compliance of the chassis and the extra control there makes up for it a bit? Like as a package, I find this, I'm more confident in this. Maybe it's the all-wheel drive as well.
Yeah, well, that it is. I'm not worried about putting my foot down. Not that I really have been able to. But this right here, like it's big, and I'm like, wow, that guardrail's really close. I'm just not confident with putting the front end exactly where I want it.
The seats are now for a lot of... So I can change the bolsters here, and these new seats,
Yep.
we've had the same seats
There's two different types of seats
since
you can get.
300 BC. These ones are quite nice. And I can change the footwell thing.
So, okay, so if you really lean into a tight corner, you get a little bit of weight in the front end, but even still, I'm kind of having a hard time. It is obviously really extremely heavy and big.
That's the other thing about the six-pack. You know, you save £1,000.
1,000 pounds. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of pounds. That's a car. It's a big difference.
That's the difference between the new M5 and the old M5.
Yeah.
Passing here with the electric
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm feeling a bit sick because we've been moving around all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of happening. But that's okay because it's not really for this. So I'm not gonna knock it down. The ride is really good. It is doing a pretty good job of controlling its weight.
Yeah, the ride's good, the chassis feels good, it's
Yeah.
quick, it's insulated, the new
Yeah.
seats are lovely.
But I mean, turn your cooled seats on.
Turn my cooled
Trying
seats.
to feel better.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're pretty
Quite
good.
powerful.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn mine on too. I like that there's a physical button. That's the heated seat. No, not
Yeah.
the Arizona. Okay, I don't like that it's a touchscreen button, but
Capacitive.
whatever. Yeah. This doesn't feel quite ready to me.
No.
In general, like based on what we've seen with the powertrain, like there is a lot of flaws in the powertrain. There are a lot of flaws, many of them actually.
Yeah, just feels, same thing we said about the VinFast. Powertrain stuff just feels a bit half-baked.
Yeah.
And I
Which-
expect better from a big manufacturer.
Which makes me wonder. Well, let's pull over and we'll talk about it. All right, here's what I think has happened here. I think that Dodge has just made the new Charger/Challenger
Right.
with the Hurricane 6 in it, and then for compliance, they've EV-ified it. That's how this drives to me.
That seems speculative. Let me ask the CEO. Oh no, sorry.
Oh no, he resigned.
Yesterday,
Yesterday, yeah. No, it has very much the vibe of,
This is my moment of silence.
let's just get it done. Let's just get it done and get it out of the way.
I think there's some really great things going for it.
Yes.
I think the chassis feels great. I
Yeah.
think the rear seat being spacious is nice. I think the fact that it's going to become a four-door and
Yeah.
the fact that it's going to the isolation's great and
Yeah.
that the comfort is good and that the tech feels pretty
Yeah.
good inside.
Oh, and another thing to point out, we give Tesla a hard time for this because they're crap at making brakes.
Yeah,
They have not been crap at making brakes here. Look
No.
at the size of these things.
they're big boys.
Big boys, front and back, proper fixed caliper, multi-piston brakes. That's the way to do it because when you have to stop a moon, you need big brakes to do it.
And the design is good.
I know, but the issue that I have is that if you design a car that can be an EV and can be a gasoline car, you will inevitably make compromises for either.
So you wish they'd just gone straight ice.
I think the Charger should have been EV, and then the Challenger should have been the Hurricane, or something like that.
Like Audi A6s are all EVs now, and the A5
Sure.
is not sort of
Or
thing.
whatever you're going to do. I just think that trying to make a platform that does both means that's why it's so heavy. Right, and there's a transmission tunnel in it. And there's not a huge frunk. You're not getting the benefits of a ground-up EV.
I agree.
So it also, the calibration's crap, honestly. It does do all the fun stuff though. Like we didn't have time today, but it does it has drift mode and there's crazy burnt line lock. Like you could do huge skids in it, obviously because it's a powerful EV. But you're gonna be able to do those in the Hurricane 6 one.
This doesn't trick me enough the way the Ioniq 5 ended
No, it
to
doesn't.
make me not know it's an EV. And that's not to say EVs are bad, But I think where the Challenger's charm will much better lie in the hands of the Hurricane 6, which we've tested in the Wagoneer and it was great.
It was a really nice engine.
I don't know how it translates to this shape of car.
Well, tunability, hopefully.
Tunability.
Right.
I think
when that car is out, no one's going to buy
But there's
this.
a Banshee coming. That's
that's right.
It's like 800 plus horsepower EV.
Yeah.
That has its own logo, which is super cool.
I
So maybe that will help, but
for me, I don't think this is the one to get, personally.
no, no.
Just don't buy this one.
No, don't worry. I don't think anyone
I don't
will.
think anyone's going to buy it.
No.
Yeah.
If you want an EV, there are better ones out there.
Yeah.
And if you want a Charger, Challenger,
Get the one with the engine right now, anyway, while you still can.
Just be patient.
Yeah. Oh, that was a sad ending. I guess we gotta like fade out now because that's how we do these. But like I feel like no, it was very
You can fade out on something happy.
okay.
Bop. Is this wait? Hang on. Is that going to be a copyright strike?
Oh.
You can't enjoy anything anymore.
We're so good at singing, it's 100% YouTube. Oh, you thought we were gone.
And we're back.
We're not gone because Plody sponsors this video and we have to say thank you.
Yeah, big thank you. They seem to do every time we're in the desert or in an Aston Martin.
Yeah, because they know that not to trust us to do a shoe thing if there's mud or anything that's wet around whatsoever.
True. Yeah, these are very nice.
Only the sandy ones, because then we can keep them clean and get really nice shots of them.
Do go check them out. They've been supporting us a lot this year.
And the shoes are genuinely very good. We wear them all the time.
Yeah. Are we going to fade back out?
Oh, I guess we fade back out now.
Do
ya want to bop?